And we are live. No, I don't need the Windows pop-up. And hey, Gwen, nice to see you. Probably not going to be on very long tonight. I've run into going a little under the weather a bit. Make sure I've got everything here. I think I missed the instructions. Give me a second. I will track those down. No instructions were the ones behind me all the time. Looks like I got something on there. Oh well. All right. Got our trusty knife, magnifiers. Oh, I had to reprint the mount for the little camera here for the 3D printer because I had to get the holes right. So it made it a little oversized. So I had to cut off some of the bottom and some from this side here. So it'll mount on one of the 3 rails that holds it up. And I just plug it in, run the cable through one of the legs. I'm just waiting for some T-nuts to go along with these so that I can bolt it in place properly, but I figured I'd share that real quick. That worked out rather well. Hopefully the camera is decent enough quality, because if the camera sucks, I'm going to be unhappy about that. Let's get that ready to go. All right. Let's see. Where were we? Okay, so we did there. So we're starting with the arms. So, oh, before I forget, I need to plug something else in real quick. Try not to move the camera too much. Yeah, I had a fun phone call. Shortly before stream, I got a phone call with the 801 area code, which is Utah. And when I answered it, they said they were T-Mobile and wanted to talk to me about my benefits or my services or whatever. It's like, my comment was, you do not say you're from T-Mobile on the caller ID, so I'm not going to talk to you, and hung up and blocked the number. Because usually T-Mobile shows up like as a 611 thing. So, alrighty. We need B1, B2, C1, C2, D1, D2, E1, E2. All right, there's E2. C1, D1, E1, C2, B1, D2, and D2. That's pretty much everything there. All right. Just in case I have stickers, let's get that out. Okay. All right, so we're starting out with B and C. So B1 and B2. And C1. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and put on our glasses. Found a woodworking forum that I could bounce some ideas off, so we might get some new people from there in the not too distant future. They seem to be moderately interested in breeding. All right, so B1 and B2, 11 and 12. All right. Okay. 11 and 12. Oops, got to turn the battery pack on first. Otherwise it doesn't work. Get where I can actually hold it properly. I dropped it the other day and broke off the little teeny bit of the tip of the blade, so I had to put in a new blade already. Let's see. Looks okay. I don't know if it shows up on the audio, but this does make a little bit of a high-pitched squeal when it touches against things when it's running. All right, that was 11 and 12 from there, and getting all handy with this. I did not go out into the cold garage and pull the 3D print off the printer, so that'll have to wait. All right. And then we need C1 and C2 13. And C's are rats. I took off 11 and 12 off of the C's, not the B's. So I'll have to remember to set those there until we get to them. And B.S. Simon says, hello. Hey, B.S. Simon, nice to see you. Oops. I should turn that off. I'm not doing it. All right. So I should have looked and saw what it was. Okay. We went into 11 and 12. A little bit distracted. Tomorrow morning, about 8:45, I start my next set of infusions. I'll run 3 days, about 4.5 hours per day. Okay. And it's a little disconcerting that after I cut it sticks to the blade, but it is melting it just a little bit. Rats. Actually, cut into model portion a little bit. I don't think it'll interfere with anything other than it's got a little bit of battle damage. Shut that off for a moment. Yeah, I don't think that's going to interfere with the integrity of anything. I don't know if it's like nervousness for the new version of the treatment, or if it's just ate something wrong, but stomach's been kind of bothering me today. So if I'm a little out of sorts, that's probably it. Looks like we got some stuff sticking to the blade. Let's see if I can't get that off real quick. I have about 19 extra blades, so I'm not worried if this one needs to get changed. There we go. Hopefully that's a little bit better. Now we go back to B1 and B2 for 13. Or C1 and C2 for 13. There we go. Some of these thicker ones, I definitely have to hold on to the part while I'm cutting it. All right. So that goes that orientation. And okay. Oops. All right, looks like this is the way it fits together based off of things. All right, there we go for that. And I've really got to get the design work done on Hayden's braid so I can get started on that. Okay. Then we have B1, B2, 13, and 15. Okay. 13 and 15. There we go. Gotta be a little more careful with this one. Definitely behaving more melty tonight than usual. Still not too bad. Definitely feels better than the clipper or the nippers, but okay. There. So orient it like that. Okay. That goes in there. Definitely a lot of goes intos onto these. Okay. That piece didn't get pushed all the way together. Take this apart so I can guess I won't. It's nice and snug. Let's just see if I can apply some additional pressure here. All right, hopefully that's good enough. Double check this one. Also looks like it didn't quite get all the way together. There we go. Much better now. Okay. Yeah, there we go. That goes there. And this goes there. All right, let me catch up on chat. All right, let's see. And Gwen says hello to B.S. Simon. B.S. Simon says hi, Gwen. And Gwen says, how's it going? B.S. Simon, cold, otherwise fine. We got most of 12 inches from the storm. There are still some slick spots. And Gwen says, we got a lot of negative temps and just a trace of snow. Our hot water froze up. Oh, sorry to hear that. And Simbri says, ooh, frozen pipes aren't fun. And Gwen says, they haven't burst, thankfully. Yep, definitely that's better of the options. All right. D1 and D2, 7. There we go. D1. Been enjoying a couple of new animes, one of which is on its current first release, which is a bunch of stuff basically translates out to hell mode, which means and I went too far ahead. I missed a move. Let me just set these aside for a second. And B1 and 2, 14. All right. It's going to be a fun one. All right. Making sure I don't get the plate at the wrong angle. It didn't want to come off easily. I think that connection was a little... And where did that go? A little thick. There we go. All right, E1 and E2, 3. All right. And let's see if I can remember anything else I was going to talk to you folks about. Oh, fixed one of the CNC machines at work, at least simple electronics portions of it, which I realize for a lot of people may not be the simple electronics portion. Basically, the control handle or control pad or whatever for it, that's a handheld thing that lets you put in commands and whatnot for the machine to, like, find this program, load it up. The display on it has, I just keep throwing these parts around. The display on it has been loose, just basically kind of floating around free in the handheld thing. And I was able to take the time, open up the handheld portion of it, which I've done before for something else, and was able to use some screws I brought in to reattach it back to where it's supposed to go. The reason this was a little bit difficult is the blue thing doesn't actually hold on to anything, it just floats free, and this red piece here is what actually locks everything together here. There we go. It looks like these are the boots I'm working on. That says arms. Okay, so those are shoulders then. All right. So I got that there. Now we can do the D7. And this locks on there. But anyway, it's now nice and stable, and it's a little bit different position than it's been in, which is nice. There we go. All right. Then we have C11, 24, and 20. So one of these was 11, which is that one there. Yep. And then we need 20 and 24. All right. 20. And 24. All right, and this one, we need 20 and 24 of it. All right. So this goes that orientation, and there we go. All right, so this, that orientation, and this orientation, then matching piece, locks right in. All right, we do that again. That goes there. This goes here. And all right, now I'm all cut up with all of the miscut pieces. That's together. Then we need B10 and 18. I think I'm getting a little fast for cutting these out with this knife. All right, there's 10. I've also been listening to some YouTube playlists that YouTube has thought up for me. Been enjoying them. Songs like Wizard Cast's Fireball. All right, so this orientation, and I think that's the way that's supposed to go. And this goes on there. Okay. Did I not trim something well enough? looks like it's the same orientation I'm doing. I think I see a little bit of burr left on this one. All right, let's see if this will fit now. There we go. Yep. And this goes on there. All right. All right, so right arm is A, B1, C1, D1. B1, C1. And okay, those are the ones. And these are twos. So twos over here for the moment. And A1. All right, so D1, 2, and B1, 2. All right. D1, 2, and B1, 2. Okay. All right, so take one of these and these. All right, so that orientation, this orientation, put that together there, and well, it fits together. Looks weird, but did fit together. All right, and B1, 19. I can see why one of the other tools this company offers is a very teeny sander tool, because there's some of these where the cuts you want to clean up a little bit. All right, so face it that way, and the U shape goes there, and there we go. And A7 and C1, 8. C1, 8, okay. A8. Great, I cut another wrong one off here. Nope, C18 was the correct one. And A7. Just looking at the wrong portion of the instructions. But yeah, the playlist songs I was thinking of, there's one called I Cast Fireball about a mage that doesn't care that the room's too small, and he's going to cast Fireball because it cures it all. All right, there we go. All right. So okay. All right, I see how that's supposed to go. All right. That's a little rough there. Yeah, it's a little better. All right, and then this. Pops in there. Okay. Yep, okay. That looks right. All right, so then for the left arm, we're doing let's see. Is that B1? That's C1. Okay. This is B1. B is now blood red. Okay. B11 and D11. Yeah, it was a bit too much off, but I don't think it's going to damage anything. With as many mistakes as I'm making, I should probably consider wrapping the stream up relatively soon. But I did want to make at least a decent amount of progress so I don't feel so bad about feeling crappy. I know that's an interesting way of putting it, but oh well. All right, so take this, that. There we go. Then pass that through that hole there and line up the matching piece in the correct orientation and just snaps together. All right, and B219. All right. Okay, and That one's easy to tell because it's a U-shaped connection point. All right, then we've got A8 and C19. Okay. I've also been enjoying a series of shorts on YouTube by a channel called Madman Fenrir, I believe, which has been his thing is America Wizard, I believe it's called. Which has been pretty fun. He's also been doing America Wizard and Harry Potter. Also does some Warhammer 40K stuff. All right, so now we're ready to put these three together, or these parts together. So the head. Head that is there. Okay. All right. So head goes on there. I snap into place. And that arm goes on there. And that arm goes on there. So, alrighty. Let's see how much is left. All right, I think I'm good for the night. I'm gonna try and stream this weekend. I want to at least get started painting on the miniatures. I had a couple of them fall apart that I need to like glue back together. I'll pick those up later. So I need to I'm gonna epoxy them instead of use super glue. I don't think that's gonna be all that interesting to do on stream, so I'll do that off stream. And then hopefully we will have something else to do. So that one needs a charge now. Let me catch up the chat. And B.S. Simon says, I helped fix an old wire EDM machine. Oh, that sounds neat. The CMOS battery was dead. It was a pain in the butt to get to. It wasn't a common battery and was soldered to the board. That sounds like that was a little bit of effort. Let's see. And B.S. Simon says, yeah, America Wizard is fun. And that's America Wizard, not American Wizard. And Melee Cormier is on here. Hey, catching me is right as I'm about ready to leave, but it's good to have you here, Melee. And we're working on the Gundam. Let's give you guys an up-close view of it. You can see the nice reflective sticker for the eyes. So, if nothing else, he can at least crawl himself along. Oh, one other thing I was going to mention is that I can definitely tell that my ADHD medicine is working pretty well. I managed to do all of my online constable training Monday when we had a snowstorm, which was pretty nice considering I haven't ever started before like September and got it done in January. So that's a definite improvement. All right, let's see who's available. Content, live, edit, customization, and let's see who can send for redirect. All right, looks like we have Megan Tug over on Tug's channel. So I'll send you folks there. And Mela says, dang it. Yeah, sorry about that. I've been on for about 45 minutes and I'm just not feeling all that great today, but I wanted to at least get a little bit of streaming in. So I did a little bit on the Gundam stuff. I start my new infusions tomorrow. So I'm a little bit with that. Plus I got a bit of an upset stomach. So Mela says, looks cool. Thank you very much for that. And Mela says, happy for you, Torn. Thank you for that. And I believe that's thumbs up or clapping or something like that. And smiley from Gwen. It's a bit far away for my glasses, unfortunately. All right. So thanks again, everybody, for stopping in. It's been a nice talking to you folks, and I will see you again soon, hopefully sometime this weekend. As always, everybody, stay safe and happy braiding.